Hey,
What is that?
I got some more stuff to say about money and happiness.
I said 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I just need you here with me. I just hope that we.
Okay, so the last time I said that money leads to happiness directly because you can afford more time for pleasant stuff and you can afford a larger variety of experiences. And well, that's quite incomplete. It isn't as straightforward. Money leads to the possibility of being happy, but is not the same thing as being happy itself. That's why so many rich people are not happy. Even though they have the means, they have the possibility, they don't use it. Sometimes even unconsciously. This has a lot to do with the distorted vision of happiness that we have to deal with today. Okay, so according to social media, happiness looks like this: big cars,
Big mansions, expensive drinks, expensive holidays, expensive clothes, big woman.
no, not big women, just like a lot of women.
With big tits and big lips.
Point is, everything in excess. It has to be big, there has to be a lot of it has to be expensive, and that's happiness.
Talking about the American dream.
Even though for some of you this might sound completely stupid, I'm kind of starting to realize that a lot of people think this is happiness actually. Because all of their influencers, their acquaintances, their richer friends, right? This is what they're showing off in their feed on social media, which we are so much influenced by today, right? The rich people are always smiling, always showing off expensive cars and everything that I mentioned before, right? And they're showing how happy they are having all of this, right? And that's sad that these people are like the role models, especially for the kids nowadays. Like, okay, this story. I was tutoring this kid in English before the Corona thingy, right? At some point we talked about music taste. He said he liked rappers Tekashi and Lil Pump. Omitting the fact that he has awful taste in music, he also told me he wanted to be a rapper one day too. When I asked him why, he said because then, first of all, he would be famous, right? But he would be also rich and he could afford all the things that they're showing off in their clips. He talked about expensive cars, about expensive mansions, about a lot of women, expensive clothing and everything. And he's 13. If that's not a distorted vision of happiness for a kid especially, what the fuck? See, this is why some rich people are less happy than poor people, because they have this distorted vision of happiness up front. When they get rich in their lives, they spend all their money on this, and even though outside they kind of try to act happy, they're dying on the inside because they realize that, well, this is just not it. I think happiness depends on everyone. Like, for each person, happiness means something else. And so some people, for their precise definition of happiness, they actually don't need any money. I'm gonna take this example that was discussed under my last video. This writer, Bukowski, once he became rich, he said regarding happiness that nothing has changed, now I just have a bigger house. What he meant was that money didn't bring him happiness just like that. Like, in his case, money really wasn't necessary for happiness. I'm willing to argue though that money can still help in the sort that it can get rid of all the casual problems that you have to face, like housing, insurance, food, clothing, etc., living costs, just it can take away the casual worries of every day, and it can enable people spend time on the things they actually like to do or the things that are meaningful to them, which therefore leads to happiness. So money does lead to happiness, but indirectly. Even for Bukowski, even though his quote is extremely important and tells a lot, he forgot to mention that money still brought him a little bit of happiness. Because when he was poor, he could spend less time writing, right? He still had to somehow get the means necessary for survival, had to work some kind of job that he didn't have to like. Now when he became wealthy, he could just write all day. And this is what I mean by money brings happiness. It gives you the opportunity to do stuff you like more, to spend more time on it, and maybe even upgrade your variety of experiences, right? Because like Bukowski, with the money he got, he could like maybe afford a better typewriter or like better booze, or more booze at least. And okay, even though my message isn't about promoting alcoholism, it really is not. Or no, just I want to say that money, it can get you into a position of financial freedom and stability, which is nice, then you have more room and time and everything for passion. But now there's this complication that to get a lot of money, to get to this point of financial freedom and stability, you have to still put in a lot of time and effort. And yeah, you spend a big chunk of your life on getting the money, right? I don't want to do that. I don't want to spend a big part of my life just getting rich by all means necessary and enjoy everything once I'm rich, right? I think the ideal is how you kill like two birds with one stone, right? Is you get money from your passion. You combine work and obtaining the financial freedom and stability with experiences that you like and that in your case are worth living for. I don't know, it may be naive, but that's the solution that I see to like this whole thing that is life. I think this is a way how to enjoy the privileges of money and still not waste your life just like for getting the money, right? I just hope this mindset stays with me and like I don't find myself one day in an indeed well-paid job but a boring one. I'll be just sitting there like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? I really hope not. Like, I don't want to have a money-yielding occupation that won't have me excited when I wake up in the morning. Like right now, everything I do, I'm pretty pumped when I wake up in the morning, like for most of the stuff. And so I don't want to lose this. Yeah, that's a scary thing of becoming an adult. A lot of people do lose this. I'm trying not to go that way. That's why I'm figuring all this shit out, you know? Yeah, I guess that's all I have to say on money right now at the moment. There's so much things I have omitted, especially there's a big chunk that I filmed in Lithuania. We had some discussion with him that I didn't put in that were quite interesting, but I just don't really have it figured out yet. I really want to put just things that I'm pretty sure of, at least at the moment. Like, for example, there's definitely something to be talked about that the poorest people in the world are the happiest one. Like the study was done, and it's just crazy. And it has something to do with the ability to choose, that the poorest people, they don't have a choice, so they just do the best of their situation. But I don't know, it just needs more thinking. I don't have a lot of stuff figured out yet. So maybe someday I'll do an update about this. Yeah, that's all I have. Thanks for watching.
You my dearly beloved, and I can never, ever, ever see myself with another. Look, we'll fall in love with each other. I feel the watercolors coming from the sky above us, and look, we could dance on the beach and watch the motion of the tide coincide with the beat. Honestly, you all that I see that moonlight shine as you smile at me. I hear that 1, 2, 3, that's my heart.